While the A-10 Warthog has long been called unstoppable and irreplaceable, many believed its finest days were behind it. Yet the legendary jet has returned with upgrades that unlock a truly mind-blowing capability. From fresh technology to battlefield refinements, these changes are making the Warthog more remarkable than ever before. But as the military landscape begins to shift, one question remains. Will this upgraded beast continue to rule the skies? Or is its reign finally nearing the end? Join us as we explore the mind-blowing capabilities of the US A-10 Super Warthog. The A-10 Thunderbolt II, more famously known as the Warthog, is a living legend of modern combat aviation. Originally designed in the Cold War era to counter massive Soviet armored divisions in Europe, it has proven itself again and again as one of the most dependable and lethal close air support aircraft ever built. Its continued service in the skies for more than 4 decades is proof of its unmatched effectiveness, rugged design, and the emotional bond it has forged with the ground troops who rely on its protection. To understand the Warthog's uniqueness, it is necessary to examine its mission profile. Unlike high-speed air superiority fighters, the A-10 is not designed to win dogfights or operate invisibly with stealth technology, nor is it built to engage enemies from beyond visual range. Instead, its mission is raw and unforgiving, to fly low and slow above the battlefield, locate enemy targets with extreme precision, and destroy them, especially heavily armored vehicles. It is, quite literally, a flying tank killer. Its journey began in the 1960s, a time when Cold War tensions were high and military strategists recognized the serious threat posed by massive Soviet armored divisions. They needed a dedicated aircraft that could neutralize tanks and ground forces with precision, something more specialized than the fast-moving fighter jets of the era. The Vietnam War further highlighted the importance of reliable and sustained close air support. Ground forces often depended on air power to hold their positions or break enemy advances, and this reinforced the necessity of designing an aircraft focused entirely on ground attack missions. In 1972, the Fairchild Republic Company won the contract to produce this new platform, and by 1977, the A-10 officially entered service with the United States Air Force. Unlike traditional jets built primarily for dogfighting or long-range interception, the Warthog was conceived from the ground up as a flying weapon against armored vehicles in fortified positions. The most iconic element of the Warthog is undoubtedly the GAU-8 Avenger, a colossal 30mm rotary cannon capable of unleashing nearly 4,000 rounds every minute. This devastating weapon is so large and powerful that the entire airframe was designed around it. Its tungsten and depleted uranium shells can shred tanks, convoys, and entrenched defenses, making the aircraft a nightmare for enemy ground forces. The sound of the Avenger firing has become legendary, both feared by opponents and welcomed by Allied troops. Equally important is the aircraft's rugged construction. The A-10 is famous for its survivability in hostile environments. The cockpit is enclosed in a titanium bathtub that protects the pilot from shrapnel and small arms fire. Systems are built with redundancy, ensuring that even if hydraulics fail, the aircraft can still be controlled. The engines are mounted high above the fuselage and widely spaced apart, reducing vulnerability to heat-seeking missiles and making maintenance easier in rough field conditions. Astonishingly, the Warthog has demonstrated the ability to remain operational after losing an engine, sustaining severe damage, or even missing part of a wing. This resilience allows it to linger above combat zones longer than most aircraft, supporting ground forces when they need it most. The A-10 is also a powerhouse in terms of firepower. It can carry more than 16,000 pounds of ordnance, ranging from laser-guided bombs and AGM-65 Maverick missiles to Hydra-70 rockets and, more recently, precision weapons like the GBU-39 small-diameter bomb. This wide selection enables it to adapt to multiple mission sets, from busting tanks to striking insurgent hideouts. Equipped with advanced targeting pods such as the Sniper XR, the Warthog is fully capable of conducting nighttime operations and functioning effectively even in poor weather conditions. To fully grasp the A-10's legacy, it is worth considering its predecessor, the Douglas A-1 Sky Raider. This piston-powered single-seat attack aircraft made its mark during the Korean and Vietnam Wars, by delivering heavy ordnance while absorbing punishment that would have downed other planes. The Warthog carries that same spirit forward, but adds modern armor, jet power, and devastating weaponry. The Douglas A-1 Sky Raider earned legendary status for its ability to carry massive bomb loads and remain over battlefields for extended periods, often longer than its jet-powered contemporaries. Ground troops admired it for its durability, accuracy, and sheer persistence in combat. This legacy of survivability, endurance, and firepower found new life in the A-10 Thunderbolt II. Unlike its piston-powered predecessor, the Warthog added titanium armor and turbofan engines, combining rugged design with modern technology to create the ultimate close-air support aircraft. One of the primary reasons the A-10 holds such a special place in military history is its close relationship with ground forces. During operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, where troops frequently fought insurgents in brutal firefights, the sight of the Warthog's distinctive silhouette overhead was an instant morale boost. Pilots often executed show of force passes at treetop level, scattering enemy fighters before even pulling the trigger. Soldiers vividly recall the deep reverberating roar of the GAU-8 Avenger cannon as it pounded enemy positions. Many have said that when they felt the ground shake from those thunderous bursts, they knew they were no longer alone. The Warthog had arrived to protect them. Beyond its survivability, the A-10 boasts remarkable operational flexibility. Unlike many advanced jets that require long and well-maintained runways, the Warthog can operate from short, improvised airstrips close to the front lines. This allows it to deliver close-air support where it is needed most, often in austere or remote environments. Combined with its long loiter time over battlefields, the aircraft provides ground troops with a dependable guardian overhead. From the moment it entered service, the Warthog has been tested repeatedly in real combat. During the Gulf War of 1991, it played a decisive role in Operation Desert Storm, destroying thousands of Iraqi tanks, artillery pieces, and supply convoys. Its ability to loiter over the battlefield and deliver precise, punishing fire was instrumental in the overwhelming success of coalition forces. In the years that followed, the aircraft continued to prove its worth. In both Afghanistan and Iraq, it became the go-to close-air support platform for American and Allied troops. The Warthog's ability to deliver accurate strikes in rugged terrain and urban environments made it indispensable. Troops on the ground frequently described it as a flying tank, a nickname earned through countless missions where the aircraft returned home riddled with bullet holes, yet still operational. Its record extends beyond large-scale wars. In more recent conflicts, such as operations against ISIS in Syria and Iraq, the A-10 once again demonstrated its versatility. From hunting armored targets to providing overwatch for special operations forces, the Warthog adapted seamlessly to changing mission requirements. Each deployment has reinforced its reputation as an irreplaceable asset, blending raw firepower, durability, and unmatched support for those fighting on the ground. Yet despite proving itself time and again on the battlefield, the Warthog's survival hasn't been guaranteed. The Air Force has tried several times to retire the A-10, but strong backing from Congress has kept it flying, with expectations that it will remain in service well into the 20s. To keep it formidable despite its age, the A-10 has undergone continuous modernization to remain combat effective. In the early 2000s, the Precision Engagement Modernization Program introduced new avionics, GPS-guided weapon capabilities, and improved cockpit displays. These upgrades led to the creation of the A-10 Charlie, which became the fleet's standard. This version featured hands-on throttle and stick controls, multifunction displays, data link capabilities, and compatibility with Joint Direct Attack munitions and other smart weapons. These changes effectively transformed the Warthog into a 21st-century combat platform, one that could seamlessly integrate into modern joint operations while maintaining its unique ability to deliver precise and devastating close-air support. More recent modernization efforts have ensured that the A-10 remains viable well into the future. The Common Fleet Initiative replaced aging wings across a significant portion of the fleet, extending each aircraft's service life by at least 10,000 flight hours. Alongside these structural improvements, software upgrades, communications enhancements, and advanced sensor packages have enabled the Warthog to operate in digitally networked battlefields, coordinating more effectively with both air and ground forces. The A-10C Thunderbolt II variant is also one of the most unique and reliable aircraft in the world. Designed with the needs of soldiers on the ground in mind, it combines toughness, accuracy, and flexibility like no other plane. It was not built for speed or beauty, it was built to protect, and in that mission, it excels brilliantly. One of the A-10C's greatest strengths is its ability to maneuver at low speeds and low altitudes. While many modern jets rely on flying high and fast, the Warthog is at home close to the ground, where it can deliver accurate strikes exactly where they are needed. It can linger over a battlefield for long stretches of time, circling patiently until troops below call for support. This endurance makes it a constant guardian in the sky. The Warthog is also capable of operating under challenging conditions. It can land and take off from rough or austere runways, bringing its power close to the front lines where other jets might not dare to go. It can function under ceilings as low as 1,000 feet, with visibility as short as 1.5 miles. Whether the skies are clear, cloudy, or stormy, the A-10C can still carry out its missions. Its ability to employ both precision-guided and unguided weapons in nearly any weather condition gives it an edge over many other aircraft. At night, the A-10C does not lose its sharpness. Equipped with night vision goggles and advanced imaging systems, pilots can strike targets even in total darkness. The single-seat cockpit, placed forward of the wings, is designed for maximum visibility. Its large bubble canopy gives the pilot a clear, all-around view of the battlefield. Added to this is the helmet-mounted cueing system, which lets pilots point their weapons simply by looking at a target, an incredible advantage in fast-changing combat situations. But the most famous feature of the A-10C is its toughness. The aircraft is practically wrapped in armor. The pilot sits in a titanium bathtub, a shell that can withstand direct hits from armor-piercing and high-explosive rounds up to 23 millimeters. Even the flight control systems are partially shielded, ensuring that the plane can keep flying after taking damage that would down most other jets. The Warthog is built with survival in mind. Its fuel cells are self-sealing and protected by both internal and external foam, reducing the risk of fire or explosion. Its redundant hydraulic systems mean that if one fails, another can take over. And if all hydraulics are lost, manual backup systems allow the pilot to continue flying and even land safely. This makes the A-10C one of the most resilient combat aircraft ever created. Still, the aircraft has faced repeated attempts at retirement. Critics argue that the Warthog is too slow to survive in highly contested airspace, where advanced surface-to-air missiles and next-generation fighters dominate. Some within the Air Force contend that multi-role platforms like the F-35 Lightning II, with its stealth and precision strike capabilities, can absorb the A-10's mission while offering far greater flexibility. Yet, despite these arguments, the Warthog has consistently outlasted retirement efforts. This survival is due to a combination of undeniable battlefield performance, strong political support from Congress, and the unwavering loyalty of the ground troops it protects. Few other aircraft inspire the same trust and admiration from those who depend on close air support under fire. When viewed in comparison to modern international equivalents, the A-10's uniqueness becomes even clearer. While other nations field capable strike aircraft, few maintain a platform so singularly focused on close air support. Many jets can drop precision munitions, but few can absorb punishment, loiter for hours, and deliver devastating low-altitude firepower with the same reliability as the Warthog. It remains to this day one of the most iconic and effective instruments of battlefield support. The Warthog's journey from its Sky Raider-inspired origins to its present-day role as a modernized, digitally integrated attack aircraft underscores a fundamental truth. Technology evolves, but the need for reliable, precise, and survivable close-air support endures. For the soldiers on the ground, there is still no greater reassurance than the sound of the Avenger cannon and the unmistakable sight of the A-10 circling above. The Chinese Q-5 Fan-Tan, now long retired, was one of the few aircraft that shared the same design philosophy as the American A-10 Thunderbolt II. Built specifically for ground attack missions, the Q-5 offered some capability in the close support role, but lack the survivability, armor, and sheer firepower of the Warthog. While it could carry bombs and rockets, it was never engineered to withstand the kind of punishment that an A-10 routinely absorbs in battle, nor did it feature a weapon comparable to the GAU-8 Avenger cannon. South Korea today operates the F-A-50, a lightweight combat jet derived from the T-50 trainer. The F-A-50 is faster and more modern than the A-10, with advanced avionics and the ability to perform a variety of missions. Yet it falls short in the most critical areas of close air support. It lacks the loiter time that allows a Warthog to remain over a battlefield for hours, patiently watching and waiting to strike. It also does not possess the titanium armor protection that shields A-10 pilots from heavy ground fire. European nations have employed aircraft such as the Tornado YDS or the Italian-built M346FA in light strike roles. These jets are competent in multi-role missions, capable of carrying precision-guided bombs and operating in different combat scenarios. However, like the F-A-50, they are not purpose-built for close support. Their speed design and mission profiles simply do not allow them to replace the Warthog's unique ability to fly low and slow, visually identify targets, and deliver firepower with surgical precision. In short, no Western aircraft currently in service fully matches the A-10. It remains in a class entirely of its own. What is particularly noteworthy is the reliance of the U.S. Army and Marine Corps on the A-10. Despite the fact that neither branch operates fixed-wing, close-air support aircraft of their own. In countless joint operations, soldiers and Marines have repeatedly emphasized their preference for the Warthog over faster jets like the F-16 or the F-35. For troops on the ground, what matters most is immediate, accurate firepower delivered exactly where and when it is needed. The A-10, with its ability to circle the battlefield, fly low enough to see the fight unfold, and place rounds with pinpoint accuracy, even in dense urban environments, has earned an unparalleled level of trust. Looking to the future, the Air Force has wrestled with the question of what could eventually replace the A-10. At one point, the OAX program examined the possibility of using a lightweight, inexpensive turboprop aircraft for low-intensity conflicts. These aircraft showed promise for counterinsurgency missions, but none could replicate the A-10's unique mix of firepower, armor, and endurance. The F-35, though vastly more advanced in stealth, sensors, and overall versatility, does not offer the ruggedness or battlefield persistence of the Warthog. For close support, loitering overhead for hours while shrugging off ground fire, the Lightning II simply cannot fill the same role. Some defense analysts have suggested that the only genuine replacement would need to be a clean sheet design, an entirely new aircraft engineered specifically for close air support in the same spirit as the A-10. Yet as of now, no such program is underway. In the meantime, the Air Force has continued to invest in upgrades for the A-10 fleet. The latest block of improvements, emerging in the middle of the 20s, has focused on enhancing target acquisition and weapon integration. Pilots now can employ newer smart weapons, such as the GBU-54 laser-guided JDAM, giving them greater flexibility and precision. The Warthog can also share targeting data with unmanned aerial vehicles, integrating seamlessly into modern network battlefields. Some experimental configurations have even explored equipping the A-10 with short-range air-to-air missiles like the AIM-9X, giving it a measure of self-defense capability against aerial threats. One remarkable feature that has been introduced over the years is the advanced helmet-mounted cueing system. With this technology, pilots can lock onto and track targets simply by moving their heads, allowing them to respond much faster in fast-changing situations. When this is paired with modern night vision capabilities and synthetic aperture radar, the aircraft's effectiveness on the battlefield is greatly extended, keeping it relevant in modern warfare. That lasting bond between the Warthog and those it protects isn't confined to combat zones. It also lives on in public displays that remind people why the jet is so revered. At the Wings Over Camarillo Air Show, aviation fans and history buffs were treated to a rare spectacle, the mighty A-10 Warthog in action. In 2024, spectators watched in awe as the aircraft thundered through the skies, showing off its battlefield dominance and raw power. The demonstrations included simulated close air support, where the Warthog highlighted its precision strikes and firepower. This airshow has long been celebrated for combining aviation history with advanced aerospace displays and heart-pounding aerial performances. The inclusion of the A-10 proved once again why it's regarded as a legend, a machine that continues to leave an unforgettable mark on modern warfare. For those who missed it in 2024, the Wings over Camarillo Airshow will return in 2025 with another breathtaking lineup. Visitors can expect to see historic warbirds, cutting-edge technology, and jaw-dropping aerial displays. Alongside thrilling performances, guests will have the chance to meet aviation experts, explore exciting STEM exhibits, and get up close with legendary military aircraft. Thanks for watching. While you are still here, click on the link on your screen to check out another of our videos. See you there.